What up, my freaks? RuinusInsight here with part 30 of my Total Warhammer 3 Valkia the Bloody Immortal Empires campaign. So as we saw last time, Huddled Blood Reaper attacked Clarok Spire, where he took about 700 million arrows from the defenders and came out pretty damn far ahead. In fact, got a lot less damage than several other units, so and good for him. This also means that he is very much powerful enough at this point, even without lots of points into his yellow line, to stand strong in his Demon Prince form. Pretty happy with that. Now, Grand Hierophant Kotep will be dead within the next turn, and Huddled will be done here. He'll be able to move either south towards Lustria, which is probably the way to go, or to Ulthuan, though honestly, Ulthuan's about half destroyed already by our vassals, and I don't imagine it'll stand too much longer. Though we will see if Alistar decides to land here with and fight the Cult of Pleasure, because I would be willing to try to fight him with Huddled if we can do that on the way south to Lustria. We'll also probably send a couple armies down to Ulthuan just to help out if needed. Actually, speaking of the Cult of Pleasure, we do still want to try to vassalize. We're at minus 34 right now, which is not too bad. Somebody suggested in the comments of the previous episode that we try to and grab one of their armies via allegiance or borrow one of their armies. Unfortunately, I've been avoiding getting any kind of alliance with them because I believe that that would make them think that they are stronger by virtue of having us to rely on, and thus less likely to vassalize. I'm not 100% sure that that's still the way that the game functions, but it's definitely the way that it used to function. So I'd rather not risk it. At this point, let's see how far away we are from vassalage with them. So, become vassal, minus 34. We could trade them Clarok Spire, which is what they want. Wait. Scarpul's Lair, okay, not Clarok Spire, that's the thing we took last time. And actually we're down to 14.7, which isn't too bad. If we were to offer them all the cash we had, ooh, wow, 4.7. Huh, wait. That's 70k at 4.7, meaning we need another 35k, 30k-ish, and we'll be able to vassal. Oh my, okay, wait. It may actually be possible to vassalize them. This may seem wasteful, but I assume that there are some things. Okay, is there really nothing we can cancel? You gotta be kidding me. Aha, wait, okay. We can cancel this and this. We'll rebuild them later. And this. Okay, down up to 87k. Very nice, very nice. There is a construction cost reduction. Okay, I know I'm not going to cancel that one. But close. Crystal Spires U. Yes, up to 92k. We need, what, 105k roughly? Oh, please don't tell me we're just short of it. Writhing Fortress. This was a really cheap upgrade, so we get like 2k back for this. Oh, no. Okay, wait. Crack-a-Drac. That's a level 3, or a tier 3. 97k, oh no, we're gonna be like 8k short. Wait, what can we do? How can we get money? How can we get money without screwing up our chances here? Quick deal. Wait. Clan Scryer, non-aggression pact. What's the likelihood that we can vassalize Scryer later, I mean. I don't really want to be our vassals. We could do a non-aggression pact with them to avoid an unnecessary fight with them. I do have to wonder how much money they'd be willing to give us for it.
What?
Alright, wait, let's see. They'd be willing to give us 3k, which isn't too bad. Wait. With the military access, they'd be willing to give us 6.4k. Yes, okay, that's a lot better. That's a lot better. Okay, we'll do this. Non-aggression pact with Clan Scryer. Okay, wait, just to double check. You guys don't hate Scryer, do you? Well, they don't hate them. There's a little bit of aversion there, but I'm willing to try this. If it can make 4 vassals. Okay, now we're at 103k. Please tell me that this is enough. I thought I calculated 105, but I could be wrong. Now we're still at minus 34. Scarpul's Lair. Yes, that was enough. Oh, Scryer. Yeah, you did it for me. Oh, actually, speaking of Scryer, for those interested, there's currently votes in the community tab going on for the next 2 campaigns. It's the Wood Elves and the Skaven, and as for their legendary lords. Beautiful, that's another vassal. Oh, man, it's so expensive, but worth it. Damn if it isn't worth it. And beautiful, damn, look at all of our vassals. It's getting ridiculous. And they have 17 settlements to their name as well. Alrighty. Well, and we gave them Scarpel's Lair, so that should power them up a little bit further. And now we don't have to worry about all of this either. In fact, just how much of the world is ours at this point? I gotta say about a third, maybe a quarter of the world is just our vassals. I do wonder how many legendary lords out of the legendary lords alive, though. Considerably less, but still, it's damn good. And we're now making 38,000 gold per turn, 35,000 vassal tribute. Pretty insane. Alrighty. I'm very happy with that. Regardless of the fact that we had to cancel a bunch of stuff. Anyway, with that, I believe we're good to end the turn. I assume that, yeah, okay, our assassin can't move. Although I guess we could just keep him around here. And who else? Kuchar? You were going to Wolf 1 to steal tech, so you can proceed that way. I guess through this territory. Yeah, now we're just gonna have to keep these guys alive and transfer them some stuff. They're very strong. I was originally thinking perhaps giving them Hag Hall and Val's Anvil, but we could give them to Harganeth since they already have the Temple of Adaoth. That's an option. Isra, Gorgon, Plain of Dogs, I'm thinking go to the Mung. Where's our little Mung army? That's you, Baelgar. Alright, let's put you here. We got you for 5 more turns. So wait, it would take 1 turn to abandon the Plain of Dogs, correct? Hopefully wait. Maybe we should wait until Malekith leaves. Yeah, let's wait until Malekith leaves. I'm a little bit worried about him coming here and claiming Plain of Dogs. Although, the abandonment thing probably won't happen until... We can't just straight up give this to the monk, can we? I don't think we can because they have nothing nearby and stuff, but just in case. I really wish that for the Warriors of Chaos specifically that this limit didn't exist, but yeah, they only want the Palace of Ruin, which we can't give them. Okay. Wait, Palace of Ruin is where again? It's this one? Yeah, okay, that's not happening. That's clearly not happening. Alright, that's fine. That's fine. Let's end the turn. Commandment available in Clarix Spire. We're probably going to give all of this to Malekith. And yeah, the Obsidian Camp is something that we can use, but we might as well power him up. And that's it. Alright. Man, that was a lot of cash, but, I mean, for a fairly strong faction, you gotta admit, pretty worth it. What the heck is this? Oh, they didn't realize Golgast was nearby. Ouch. Sorry, Nikolai Kolesnitsa. Auto-resolve you to death. Some hurt here, but not a big deal. And we got 9 Kane back and a decent amount of souls at that. Alright. Beautiful. And now, of course, we have to rebuild all the things that we canceled, so that's another, like, 5 or so turns wasted of that. But, you know, once again, very much worth it. I do have to wonder how Morathi feels about our allies. And Katep, he's just going to straight up directly attack Harald? Sure. Oh, and Malekith's going to help out. Well, whoa, what? Oh, okay, that was the garrison. I thought that was the army belonging to Harald and getting destroyed by the auto-resolve. Man. Inscribed Kopesh. Huh. Oh, that's interesting. I feel like Inscribed Kopesh... Well, obviously, Kopesh is an Egyptian weapon, right? So... I feel like I've never seen this outside of the Tomb Kings, unless I'm mistaken. This is like sort of Strife equivalent or something like that. Weird. I mean, it's weird that we can have it, you know what I mean? Aren't a lot of items unique to specific factions? Maybe not in this particular case.
Your skull shall be removed slowly, in the most painful way possible.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard to scoop that skull out of that helmet. They're probably fused together at this point. You know not true power yet again. No peace treaty for you. Valkia still needs your defeat trait. Well, perhaps not needs, but wants your defeat trait. Let's go with that. Alrighty, who else needs to do stuff? Your ally has been attacked. The Imperial Wardens have attacked the Dolgan. Sure. Attack the Dolgan. Go for it. Ooh, this also means we are now free to declare wars, aren't we? Because we've been holding off on a few war declarations because we didn't want Morathi to think we were weak, but now we can get everybody to join together. That should be fun. Malmentash, yada yada, inscribed Kopesh. We got Not So Grand Hierophant, immune to Sandstorm, immune to Desert, wins a magic power reserve. Not really all that great, but it's something. And then ally occupies settlement, yada yada yada. That's great for them. We got Demon Mounts research, so Gorby's Chariots and Skull Crushers now available, though I think we will prioritize getting the buildings that we were getting back up and running before that. As for the tech, we're going for Demonic Pact. Gotta get that extra Gift of Chaos. Oh, damn, I got so excited about getting Morathi to join us. I forgot the Gifts of Chaos. Brutal Worship needs to be switched out. And Carnage Incarnate probably could have been as well, but oh well. We don't need Empowered Worship. We could go for Hail of Hellfire. We go back to Dark Portal. Crown of Kings is always useful. Oh, now we gotta get Ruinous Bulwark back up and running. Although, I guess we could go without it for a turn or so. Not gonna be a big deal either way. Yeah, fine, go for Hail of Hellfire for now. And we'll replace it with Ruinous Bulwark afterward. Brutal Worship, you up for 2 more turns, eh? Or we can switch out Hellish Bite instead and allow Brutal Worship to just go to the end. We have Max Murderous Mechanisms and Fists of Khorne, so we could just switch out Hellish Bite to something, and then later on switch you back to Hellish Bite. The main reason I want Hellish Bite is because our newest army, I wanted to have a bunch of Dire Doggos, got Vlad on the Mind Flesh Hounds. So out here we could get Annihilator's Armor is an okay pickup. I don't think we need anything else, although, you know, Skull Cannons may be worthwhile in a few armies. Fine, let's just go for Skull Cannons for now. Not like we're hurting for souls and stuff. And then we'll switch you to Hellish Bite after you're done giving us 1 more of these. Okay, sounds good to me. Next up, Huddled. You are no longer needed anywhere near here. Do we leave Malekith to kill Katep? I feel like he's defeated him already. Can Katep go past Malekith towards Clarax Spire? He might. I'm not entirely sure. Alright, so what I want to do here is put you here. Then I want to abandon the Plane of Dogs. Then next turn, we will have you reclaim the Plane of Dogs, or claim it rather, not so much reclaim. You know what, Huddle, just in case, kill Katep. Or, wait, if Malekith takes the turn to move, what's the likelihood Katep can go here? You know what, it doesn't matter, because Malekith's near him and he'll help out, so you, Harold, can just go. Although, wait, is he carrying any items? You know, he is. Damn, okay, never mind. If he's carrying items, we could steal potentially 1 or 2 of them, who knows? Well, not 2, but you never know. Auto result. And damn, no item stealies, but actually we got 6.3k money and 8 yeah, we got a decent amount of souls for that. Exiles of Neheg destroyed, but now it doesn't matter because the weakness or the strength gained by the Cult of Pleasure is irrelevant. Alright, Katep, away you go, my friend. I'm very happy with that result. Now, what do we do with you? Down to Swamp Town and start attacking Greenskins. We can give territory to Skeggy. In fact, I wonder if we'd have them
Despoil and ravage.
We could give Skeggy all of this territory, but give Morathi Hexawaddle just so that they own similar territory. I doubt that she'd be giving us territories for free. Yeah, unlike the Skeggy who would be willing to. So there's that to consider. But anyway, let's get back to Valkia, who needs to try to defeat Archaon, and oh look, if it isn't Bok. Though he can't be attacked in 1 turn, can he? We could cross here, but we can't cross and attack him at the same time, can we? Well, you know what, just cross to this side first. And then see about attacking him.
Press on.
We gotta go after him anyway. And
Behold my wrath.
wait, have you not crossed the water yet, technically? Okay, fine.
To carnage.
Okay, or have you now not crossed? I have no idea what the heck that was. Very weird. But oh well, maybe we'll be able to intercept him or something. His army is garbage anyway, so it doesn't really matter what he does. You, Carrick Vlag, we are going to keep you. Cultist Camp, Marble, yes. Wall, yes. And Growth, yes. And Valkia, oh, it's gonna take you 2 turns to get to Carrick Doom, but, you know, what can you do? It'll be somewhat worth it. And maybe Throg can actually take care of Bok. Maybe let's not run after him. Though I have a feeling he's gonna try to grab Tribe Slaughter for himself, but then if one of these guys takes it... Actually, speaking of these guys, weren't you supposed to take the Stormvrak mount? Huh. I was gonna give the Bleeding Spire to the Tong. I don't know what happened with these guys. I thought they were gonna claim all this. Odd. Well, just let them do their thing. I'm sure they'll claim it eventually. Now, Temple of Heimkill and Frozen Landing. I would like to give you to Throg, but let's wait a turn until this is leveled up to the next level, because we're getting growth out of this. Yeah, so we'll wait on that. Not a big deal. Asavar Magath. You are headed to either Blizzard Peak or this way to go after Kolek. It doesn't really matter how we do it. Depending, wait, can Kolek reach this way? He might. I doubt he's going to stay here, but you never know. You know what, go here, and then we'll send Ventress Zorateller. Is his sorcerer able to reach him? He is, but then he wouldn't be able to reach Blizzard Peak, so let's have you go to Blizzard Peak first. And we can always trade it to the Dolgan after. Auto-resolve, a little bit of damage, and oh, we got another Crown of Everlasting Conquest out of it. Very, very nice. It's not going to go to you, Ventress, but it is going to go to someone. Maybe even Asavar Magath when he becomes a Demon Prince. Can I not? Hello? There you go. I don't know why that was so difficult. Barbaros, yeah, you can't reach this, but you're coming. You're coming, buddy. And what do you have again? Burning Body? Fair enough. Yeah, this army also needs some upgrades, but, well, I guess we could get another Aspiring Champ, although we do have quite a few here. I wanted to get the Dire Doggos in, and potentially we could get a, another War Shrine of Khorne. I want War Shrines of Khorne basically everywhere. I wanted another one here as well. Actually, speaking of, can we do anything here interesting? No, no giants, well, giants, no dragon ogres, rather. Huh, we could get a Chaos Warrior to replace one of these guys if we wanted to. Yeah, maybe. You're the lowest level, so let's get you. Chaos Warrior. And upgrade you to a Chaos Warrior of Khorne with dual X's. There we go. Carnage Incarnate continues. Also, next up, quick deal. Let's just see here. I don't want to non-aggression pact and all this stuff. Scourge of... Oh, wow. These guys all want to trade now. Probably because we got new trade agreements. Let's go with the trade with the Seducers of Slaanesh, I think. Because they're the least likely to actually want to. The others might trade regardless. Slaves of Zar. Carcassonne. Yeah, nobody here is very likely to become our vassal until we, well, subjugate them by force. So yeah, let's go trade agreement. Seducers of Slaanesh. Not the pleasure not actually willing to do this, but okay. And yeah, sure. Alright, good. Anybody else want to trade? Scourge of Cain and Cool still do. Let's start with Scourge of Cain. Cool will most likely trade with us eventually anyway, regardless. And now they probably don't want to because we're out of resources. Yeah, that's fine. And we're actually going to decrease the amount of resources when we start giving up some territory to our allies, but it's the nature of the game. Okie dokie, who's up next? Harald, you've moved Gulgast. You have a Tsarina Katrin to kill. Though you can't do it manually. Okay, so what we want to do here is we want to put you to the siege. In fact, we could just give you some temporary troops. Or I should say some more temporary troops. And also we'll need to do this next turn again. Hopefully I remember. Alright, you go here. And oh, look, Wolfwork running around. Kislev will fall shortly. You are going to stay here. I guess you can build some stuff if Tsarina Katrin doesn't want to sally out, but I imagine that she will. I feel like it's highly likely that she will. Also, you have the Potion of Toughness. You know what? Just in case this battle is coming, we should probably level you. Also, I just want to double-check... Oh, damn, or I wanted to double-check whether Skin Wolves are available now as an armored Skin Wolves. And oh, damn it, Ellen Delling is back. Okay, Sarl, attack target, Ellen Delling.
Not possible.
Can anybody... Is anybody else close by? You know what? You. Where's Bellacor's main stack? Is still running around like an idiot out here? Yeah, he is. I have no idea what he's actually doing. He may be still trying to... Oh. Huh. You see how there's a little camp here? I think that's where Kazrak is hiding. I think the AI can see him because the AI is a cheater. Okay, well, we'll just leave him alone. Leave him to his, thing.
Unwise.
I have a feeling Ellen Delling's gonna go after Longship Graveyard, which is kind of annoying, because then we'll have to deal with it, but... maybe we'll just leave our allies to it. And by allies, I don't mean equal sort of allies. Vassals. Alright, Mercy, what are you at? Steel Tech is at 4, but you gotta keep stealing. Because we're running out of Steel Tech. Mousillon is good. Excel, there's a success. You should be able to take Castle Artois, though we may actually have to do it manually, because otherwise Excel might be able to catch up to us. She can move pretty far, it seems. Well, at the very least, move up here. We'll have to raise the place. And close victory, and we can't... oh, we can't attack it. Oh, that's interesting. You know what? Start the siege. And Excel will probably attack us in the field, but it would probably make for a pretty damn fun battle, so I'm perfectly willing to fight that. Also, while we have you, your items are fine. I was about to say maybe we should swap those out. Malefics, you need to come here. And let's level you up in preparation for the battle with you next turn. Alright, and you are all on Chaos Steeds. You are not on a Chaos Steed. Oh. I mean, you have the Burning Head, but your spell work is quite limited. It's gonna be an issue. Alright, Gilgast. You can now move with a couple points added. We have Chaos Vanguard. You have your 2 Chaos War Shrines. What else could you benefit from? Really, only the Chaos War Shrines, right? I mean, potentially we could replace the Chaos Warhounds of Khorne with a couple of Flesh Hounds, but otherwise this is the Berserker army. We have the 2 Berserker units, and we want to replace you 2. Was there something I'm forgetting? I feel like I'm forgetting something. Oh, we wanted an Exalted Hero that buffs Chosen. Yeah, that's definitely something we want in here. Just quite difficult to actually find one. Well, if we can't find one, then we'll leave it as it is. But you know what, can you get Exalted Heroes where... the nearest one is probably really far, isn't it? You would be able to if we built the building. Can you? No. No. I should have gotten that upgrade that allows us to get Exalted Heroes out of regular territories. Oh well. No, you got Iron Skin. Alright, fine, let's get you. Please, please have the buff. Vanguard deployment for Juggernauts? No, I don't like that. Damn. Alright, well, we'll try the next guy. We'll try the next guy. Alrighty, Gilgast, either way. You are going to upgrade, I guess, the Chaos War Shrines. We can't upgrade, well, let's see, Demonic Melee units. Demonic Missile and Flying. Non-demonic Cavalry and Chariot, all non-demonic War Beasts, Monstrous and Monster units. So this would buff our War Shrines and have them do a little bit more damage. It's not a defensive buff, unfortunately. And if we're only gonna have 2 of them, I guess we might as well buff them. Even if we get Dire Dog, damn it, every time. Chaos Warhounds, nope, nope. Flesh Hounds. Now, what would buff Flesh Hounds? Is it Savage Bloodlust? Because they're a demonic... monstrous unit? What do they actually count as? No, they're demonic war beast. This is only non-demonic war beast. Nothing says demonic war beast here. Technically, Savage Bloodlust just says demonic melee unit, so I guess that is probably going to count. We can also just save the points and go into Burning Brand and Seal of Savagery. You know what, screw it, let's save the points and go into that. Gilgast, get you some spells. Scouting would be great, but Piercing Bolts of Burning are just too good not to have. So let's get that. And then you're gonna move here. Right beside Mentash, and then hopefully they sally out and attack us. Do you need to go into any kind of stance? I don't believe that you do. Alrighty, wait. Do you have to level up in that stance? Win a battle against an army containing 5 missile units, lose a battle and survive? Nope, we do not, okay. And then you're just staying as you are. Lovely. Prepped for battle next turn. Kylus Malphastar, you can't move. Realm Warspig, you're in the same situation where you're also going to get attacked next turn. And now we just move, we build our buildings, and then we get to it. You, keep moving, Kukar. You got Tech to Steal, Assassin. Finally, you can actually get some assassinations going, so go for Kalana, I guess. Doesn't really matter who. Nice, nice, nice. And how are we doing here, by the way? Yeah, Alistar is still coming closer. I wish I could see exactly what he was going after. Hopefully he doesn't go after the ancient city of Quintex. It's not going to be able to defend itself. Look at it. They didn't build walls there, and the garrison is trash. Ugh. Game. You're making me nervous. Okay, this will be abandoned next turn. That's fine. You have to be told to get it. Yeah, and then we'll do the same. Oh, actually, if you grab this, we can give you Ice Rock Gorge directly. Maybe I should have actually had you go for Ice Rock Gorge instead, but I don't think it'll make much of a difference. Okie dokie. Well, that's good. Let's build some buildings. Let's summon one Brutal Worship War Shrine. So, you out. In fact, you two move together and... yeah. Okay, in fact, all of you. Okay. There we go. And then... no, we could get giants here as well if we wanted to. But for now... Chaos War Shrine of Khorne. There we go. The Sorcerer will get the regular War Shrine. Alright, pretty happy with that. And we'll go 4 Flesh Hounds here. I would have loved to have 6, but, you know, it's a fairly large melee line at this point, so I feel like we need the 2 War Shrines to buff everybody up. Plus, it'll open up another use of Brutal Worship, which I do like. Undying Oath, Hail of Hellfire, okay, well, that's good. You have Chaos Vanguard, so I don't think you need to do anything else. You could save your points for Skullcrusher and for Khorne Marked as well. So I do believe now we go to buildings. Alrighty, now I wish I remembered what I had cancelled, but I guess we're just gonna go through this as systematically as we can. I wanna double check that we don't... wait. Blizzard Peak Assault, but we have Casualty Replenishment and Winds of Magic here? We'd probably replace that with Salt, even though we're not going to keep it. Witchwood, Black Flood, Cragroth Deep, that's going to get traded. Clara Spire, probably going to get traded. Venom Glade, going to get traded. And by traded, I mean gifted, which are not the same thing, I guess, but nonetheless. Physical Resistance for Fairmount Core, this is probably one of the only ones that I really would like to keep, but it would be a lot more powerful in the hands of Hargan Neff. Anyway, yes, money for you. Writhing Fortress, you have to get walls, I guess. Although you're pretty far away from everybody, but just in case. You never know. Plane of Illusions. Yes, Crystal Spires, that's definitely one of the ones we cancelled. Icetooth Mountains, money. And what else do we need here? Yes, definitely the Vassal Emissary to power up everybody nearby. Mountains of Hell, money. Probably also cancelled that. And Vassal Emissary. I'd like to see our vassals do a little bit more work in conquering our enemies for us. Alright, that looks good, that looks good. Kinquata, you're ready for an upgrade, and we're just about out of cash. Silver Tower of Sorcerers. I mean, you could get the Cultist Camp with gems, I guess. You're kind of far away, so you're unlikely to get attacked. On the other hand, I don't really care about this either. Although, it'll get us a little bit more trade money, though we're making only 3k from trade anyway. Probably irrelevant, because these guys don't produce enough for it to matter. So we could just go for another Exalted Hero building, we could go for a wall building. How far are you from the action? Pretty darn far. Yeah, let's just go for the... let's go for the Exalted Hero building, I guess. Fighter's Lodge it is. Alrighty, and I believe that's it for what cash we can spend for now. We'll spend more later. Let us now end the turn and get into some battles. Pass to Glory, building upgrades, end turn. Where will the battles be? Right here at Kislev, hopefully. Go. Alright, there it is. This is what we wanted. Serena Katrin moving in with a massive cavalry force. So it's Cavalry versus Berserkers. Should be a pretty interesting time. And it may be a fairly close battle. They have a lot of magics. It's ice versus fire magic, in fact. Which is very appropriate for us. Though they do have the Dodge's Hearthblades, which are, I guess, fire as well. And I gotta remember that they have fire resistance, so we don't waste our fire spells on them. The Warbear Riders are gonna be the biggest concern here. Although the Settlement Garrison isn't too bad either. Alright, exciting times. Go. Alrighty, I am very excited about this battle. I mean, we've basically got two completely opposing battle doctrines facing off against each other. It's infantry versus cavalry. Our Berserker army with its massive amount of Chaos Warriors versus Serena Catrin's army, which is basically all Griffin Legion, Winged Lancers, and Warbear Riders. Very, very interesting, and I'm excited to see what the results are. Not only is it infantry versus cavalry, but it's also lore of ice versus lore of fire as well. Now, our main army is actually coming in as a reinforcement, so we're going to try to back the rest of our little garbage force off so that the enemy does not kill them all before our second army arrives. Though, unfortunately for us, they do have the movement speed working to their advantage. In addition to that, their secondary army is much better than our secondary army, because ours is made up of trash and just has two decent units, which is our 2 units of Chaos Trolls, one of which is kind of badly beat up at 2/3 HP, whereas their secondary army has like 8 or 9 units of Armored Cossars, which are quite useful nonetheless, plus an assortment of various other units. Should be interesting. And it may be a toughie for Golgas, but you gotta pull it off, man. You gotta pull it off. And this will probably break the faction to some degree if Golgas manages to do it. And let's see, we got 49 seconds. In fact, it does appear that the cavalry forces will get to our little garbage force here. Gonna back them off a little bit further, just draw the enemy in, and ideally force them to fight with as much cavalry as possible in this little wooded area here. Now, obviously, generally, I wouldn't like to fight in the woods because it's really annoying, but if the enemy is going to bring in a massive force of cavalry, we might as well make some use of the debuffs offered against large units within the woods. Plus, they have a fairly large amount of missile infantry by virtue of all of those armored Cossars and the regular Cossars and Ice Guard that are there as well. And we'd like to avoid as many of those shots as possible by once again making good use of the trees. Anyway, here comes Golgas. His army is moving onto the field. Golgas himself is going to go try to chase after Serena Catrin, though it seems like she's going to run away towards the rest of her army, which is coming in. Fortunately for us, they are not yet focused on our main army, which may allow us to flank all this pile of cavalry. It looks like the enemy have charged our Marauders here, though our Chaos War Shrine and our Trolls are moving in, and it looks like they're going to back off and do a little bit of a cycle charge sort of action. Now, let's see what we've got here. We've moved most of our units on the field, though fortunately for us, the cavalry seems to be concentrated essentially on one side of the map here. And they've also managed to catch our Chaos Warhounds and our Marauders, all of which were hiding in these trees here. So, iffy game, iffy, but sure. Maybe they were just moving there naturally, so it just happened. We've also got our Skin Wolves, which are also fighting in the woods, trying to bring down as many Warbear Riders and other cab units as we can. We also see that the Light War Sleds got surrounded by those Trolls and destroyed, but it's this giant pile of cavalry all over this side that we will have to concern ourselves with. We are going to send off a decent amount of Chaos Warriors of Khorne to go after all of these armored Cossars and try to take them off the field, especially since we are reasonably close to them. Unfortunately, they seem to be focusing the Brutes of the Hound, which is frankly a good move on their part, though they are, yeah, they're good in melee, but I don't know if they'll survive much longer with this much focus. Well, I suppose we'll see. Well, let's start this off by watching the infantry fight a little bit, because, well, it's easier to see than what the heck is going on in the trees. Berserkers and Brutes of the Hound going to be very, very vulnerable to all that range fire, but our Chaos Warriors of Khorne should be okay. Trading with those Frost Maiden Kisses, we've got our piercing bolts of burning coming down. It looks like they've done some okay damage to the piles upon piles of cavalry that are fighting in these woods. A very interesting battle, I gotta say. Very unusual. Fairly rare to encounter just a massive pile of enemy cavalry, and especially different types of cavalry too. Alright, well, hopefully our Chaos Warriors have fun. They should be able to kill the Griffin Legion fairly decently, or fairly well, because obviously the Griffin Legion are a lot more vulnerable than the Warbear Riders, but they just have so damn much cavalry, and they outnumber us. And if we count all of their infantry, in maybe both ways. Now we are going to get a piercing, not a piercing bolts, but rather a burning head moving through the enemy just to try to do a little bit of damage, though it looks like because of the, well, armored nature of these Kossars, it's probably not going to do all that much. That said, armored Kossars are fairly fragile in melee, and our Chaos Warriors of Khorne with dual axes should be able to destroy them without too much difficulty, as well as without them having any kind of support, as Serena Catrin is busy with her cavalry force. And there we go. Good job to the Warriors of Khorne. What did they say? They seize at our skulls? I heard skulls, but I'm not entirely sure what it was they were getting at. Right, yes, they do want your skulls, if that's what you were trying to go for. Anyway, let's see. Over here, the Marauder Berserkers are actually facing off against both a unit of Kossars with spears and a regular unit of spears, which is actually a pretty ideal matchup for what we've got going on. We actually had to withdraw the units of the Brutes of the Hound as they got very badly damaged, and I also withdrew the Skin Wolves while thinking where to apply them. We're still holding ground here, though our Trolls, as we can see, are pretty badly beat up, just essentially rallying around Mentash, our secondary armies, Chaos Lord, as well as the Chaos Warshrine, which, as we can see, is getting focused by as much of the enemy archers as they can manage, though of course a decent amount of shots will go and miss due to the trees that we're in, so we're getting decent value there. Balance of power is still in their favor, so it's still dangerous, though it looks like we're making decent headway into breaking apart their infantry. Looks like an armored Kossar unit basically destroyed by these Chaos Warriors, and the others will most likely follow suit shortly. We're also moving around our Chaos Warhounds of Khorne, who are going to get ready to hit the enemy in the back, and I decided that the Skin Wolves would actually probably be better to help collapse the infantry line here, so that we can then envelop and destroy the cavalry afterwards. Although the cavalry have suffered quite a bit of damage to their more fragile units as well, while these guys hold ground. So generally speaking, pretty happy with the way the battle's going so far. And a really fun one. I'm glad we found this one. It's not just Valkia and Harald who get all the best battles. Golgest he's gotten some decent ones. Alrighty. There we go. And we can even see Mentash fight a little bit here. Wait, this isn't Mentash, this is our Chaos Sorcerer. Yeah, it is. I was like, wait a second. Damn, he's almost got Forsaken arms. They're really messed up looking. Alright, how we doing over on this side? Our Dire Doggos, nope, not Dire Dog, every time. Chaos Warhounds of Khorne, as well as our Skin Wolves are getting there, though it looks like more and more of the enemy units are starting to collapse. Our infantry line, obviously, vastly superior to theirs when actually in melee. Unfortunately, we're once again holding the ground in the forest where their cavalry are also disadvantaged. If we could have only managed to draw their enemy infantry into the woods as well, it would have gone even better. Well, it looks like those spearmen, our admiral, is going to give chase a little bit with our Skin Wolves. We do want to destroy the unit as much as possible, while the rest of the Skin Wolves try to back the rest of our units up. Another unit routes, but the enemy does try to support the Kossars with a unit of Warbear Riders, though of course we immediately charge it with our anti-large Skin Wolves. And as we do lack anti-large here, this unit is very, very important. The remnants of the enemy armored Kossars are now getting surrounded from every side by our armored, or by our Chaos Warriors of Khorne, and it looks like this portion of the enemy army is just about ready to collapse. Indeed, the balance of power has shifted, I think, very, very slightly, though it's barely visible, in our favor, as the enemy infantry have died. The losses, as we can see, are actually not really telling us much, and somebody died over here, but it wasn't Serena Catrin. I think it was their secondary army, or Lord. Yeah, Serena Catron's actually been running around in the background, not applying herself at all, which I find a little bit surprising. She's a caster Lord, yes, but she's a decent melee combatant. And it literally says a decent melee combatant. But yeah, she's pretty okay in melee. So she probably could have done a little bit of extra damage here rather than running around. Though to be fair, I did try to send Gulgast after her several times and she simply just ran away. She would have lost in the melee against him though. Alrighty, looks like the Warbear Riders are running, but the Skin Wolves are going to give chase. This would actually be a pretty interesting matchup, although armored Skin Wolves versus these guys, not the regular kind of Skin Wolves. If the two just charged each other directly, I think the Warbear Riders would rip the Skin Wolves apart. But in this particular situation, we can overwhelm and down a few of these units. And there we go. Really gotta try to get some armored Skin Wolves. Or if push comes to shove, maybe some Charybdises or something like that. Because, yeah, once again, this army really lacks anti-large of any sort when it doesn't have the Skin Wolves, and I'd really prefer the armored type if we can get them. Anyway, looks like the balance of power has now shifted in our way considerably more. The enemy cavalry remain trying to cycle charge, but they're now having a bad time, and the enemy infantry are all done for. Very nice. Alright, come on now, there we go. Keep dropping those piercing bolts of burning. They're not going to do any damage to a unit of Warbear Riders, perhaps, but a fair few of those Griffin Legion and Winged Lancers get burninated to death. Alright. Chaos Sorcerers still fighting in the middle of the fray here, and our fairly badly damaged Chaos Warshrine still fighting, but we do need to be careful with it now, because it really got focused down for quite a while. More and more enemy units are routing, it seems, and it seems that the enemy army is actually done. By our blood activates, everybody's unbreakable, and the battle will shortly be ours. Now it's just time to take as much advantage of this short time that we can, while the enemy is forced to continue fighting. And kill as many of those units as we can, and also, as we can see in the background, get both our Skin Wolves and our Chaos Warhounds around the enemy, so that we can... Oh, damn, we dropped a... Wait, no, we didn't. I thought I saw an effect, but it was just the Chaos Warshrine. Yeah, get our faster-moving units around the enemy to catch them and destroy them. Ooh, there we go. Very fun battle. Oh, and look, they even had an Ice Guard unit here. We should really try to make sure that we destroy this one as well. Yeah, I'd love to see some Ice Guard versus Chaos Warriors of Khorne, and Zargard versus Chaos Warriors of Khorne, and same with Chosen, but I think that the Dulax Chosen would beat those guys in melee without too much trouble. I've definitely seen Zargard get ripped apart by regular non-exalted Bloodletters when buffed up, so I imagine a buffed unit of Chosen with dual axes wouldn't have too much trouble with them. Though, of course, they would if it was the Great Weapon Zargard, as in both would probably dish out a considerable amount of damage to each other, and the Great Weapon Zargard would have access to armor piercing. Though we would have anti-infantry, though our armor piercing is lacking in that particular situation. Actually, a pretty interesting matchup. I'd like to try to make that happen shortly. Anyway, and just giving chase to those few units that remain, though it was a close call for some of our own units. I don't think we managed to lose any, or at least not out of Gulgast's army, only our garbage little support army. Pretty happy with the result, very happy with the battle. Let's see what the damage really is. Yeah, the Berserkers really took the brunt of the damage, didn't they? Both the Brutes of the Hound and the regular Berserkers. Honestly, it's starting to seem like they might be a little bit of a liability. And yeah, I know that we're supposed to send them around and then hit the enemy in the flanks and in the back, but when we can replace them all with Chaos Warriors of Khorne with dual axes with a lot of buffs and a lot of armor, and then possibly even into Chosen later on, is there any real point to using the Berserkers? Especially now that we have the Rage upgrade available for the dual axe units, which essentially turns them into more powerful Berserkers anyway. I feel like it would probably be better to just get 4 units of armored Skin Wolves, or 2 Skin Wolves and 2 Charybdises. The army would probably benefit considerably more from such a thing. But anyway. I gotta say, I was so freaking pleased with that battle. Just nearly 10 minutes straight of just, you know, infantry versus, well, a lot of cavalry, but of just straight up fighting. Not a lot of magics dishing out insane amounts of damage. Serena Catron only did about 10k damage, and our own sorcerer 20k, though a lot of that would have been into the enemy infantry, as he didn't do a lot of, or enemy cavalry rather, as he didn't do a lot of infantry killing this time around. But yeah, damn, absolutely glorious. They shouldn't have attacked, to be perfectly honest, because now Kislev is doomed. Now, Golgast, we can't heal you, unfortunately. We can only heal this little army. We don't really care about this little army because it's a temporary army, but yeah, I guess we have no choice. Sacrifice those captives, since we can't heal up. And now look, you got yourself a chariot. Speaking of chariots, gotta get those gore beasts up and running. Ah, what a glorious battle for the Berserker army as well. The Berserker army pleases me. It definitely feels very Khornately appropriate. Alright, let's see what else we got running here, and I expect the Bretonnians will attack us, though if they do, I think we'll have to save that to next episode. But maybe they will wuss out? No, they will not. Alrighty, well, I guess we won't be seeing the end of this turn exactly. We'll save that to next episode, as this is where we're going to start off, looking like another potentially great battle. The enemy has a lot of ranged units, which we do have to be concerned with, as they, as our Bloodletters are quite vulnerable to range fire. In fact, have no missile resistance whatsoever right now, because we don't have Ruinous Bulwark up and running, which will make this battle quite a bit more difficult, and thus quite a bit more fun. So stay tuned for more Valkia and the first thing of this battle next episode. Don't forget to leave a like and comment for your friendly neighborhood heretic. All glory to the algorithm, and thanks for watching.